Hello, First Christian. It's so wonderful to be able to worship with you this evening. Thank you for having me. I've been asked to share a reflection about communion this evening and what it means to be in community on Christmas Eve. And I'm reminded of this story of Jesus and Mary and Joseph and the journey that they have been on today. My goodness. They have traveled from very far away to be counted in the census and to find a safe place to sleep that night. And they try over and over and over again to find a place to lay their heads, and they cannot find a place to sleep. Everyone continues to turn them away. What a difficult thing it must be to finally find a place, but to know that place is in a stable, and to know that you're very pregnant as Mary, and Joseph, I'm sure, was also worried. But what does it mean to be sleeping in a stable when you've crossed such a long journey, and then to give birth to a baby in a stable? I think that sometimes we romanticize what that looks like, and in depictions I've seen of the scene of the family in the around the manger, there's these kind of cherub-like sheep that are standing around, like, gazing at the baby, and I'm sure the animals were probably really interested in this screaming child, because I'm assuming Jesus cried. What baby doesn't cry? So I imagine that was really challenging, even though sometimes we like to romanticize that. And that is something that is not isolated only to the gospel. Right now, in Riley County, I found out today through working with students that chose to return, actually, during their vacation break, ECM students, that we're still hearing eviction cases in Riley County. And what a difficult thing to imagine sort of what it means to not have a home at Christmas. What does it mean that we have this story of a child who is seeking a place to be born, of a family who is looking for community and a place to rest as we take communion? And that we might take these stories and think about them not only in their own context of Jesus as a baby and Mary giving birth, but what does it look like to be in communion on Christmas Eve? What does it look like when there are others who are trying to find places to rest their heads? I hope that we take this responsibility, this deep care that we have to be in community with one another seriously as we take communion and give thanks for a child who reminds us what it means to love, what it means to reach out, what it means to bring hope to a world that is hurting.